Once upon a time, in the depths of life's labyrinth, I embarked on a transformative journey along the road less traveled. As the protagonist of this tale, I invite you to walk beside me on a path of self-discovery, resilience, and boundless love. In the pages of this book, I found the secrets to embracing change, unlocking the power of responsibility, and experiencing the miracle of transcendence. From the importance of mental health to the ultimate spiritual growth of love, each chapter is a treasure trove of wisdom waiting to be unveiled. So, gather close, dear listener, and let us delve into a story that will not only inspire your heart but also awaken the courage to embrace life's extraordinary journey. You're most welcome, dear friend. Thank you for your kind words and for being a part of our channel. We are grateful for your support and look forward to sharing more inspiring stories with you. Sending lots of love your way. Stay tuned for more adventures on the road less traveled. Chapter 1: The Road Less Traveled. As I sit here, recalling the beginning of my transformative journey, I am filled with a mix of emotions, excitement, uncertainty, and a glimmer of hope. The road less traveled, just like its name suggested, was not a well-trodden path. It was one that beckoned me to explore the depths of my being and challenge the status quo of my life. It all started on a quiet afternoon in our small town. The sun hung lazily in the sky, casting a warm golden glow over the cobblestone streets. As I meandered through the familiar sights, something caught my eye: an old bookshop tucked away in a narrow alley. The sign above its entrance read "The Road Less Traveled," and it felt like a sign from the universe itself. Curiosity piqued, I pushed open the creaky door, and a rush of musty, aged paper filled my senses. The air was heavy with the scent of knowledge and adventure, and my heart quickened with anticipation. I wandered through the narrow aisles, my fingers gently grazing the spines of countless books. Then, there it was, the book that would change everything. Its cover bore the words "The Road Less Traveled" in elegant calligraphy. I took it in my hands, feeling an inexplicable connection to its worn texture. Little did I know that this book would become my guide through the labyrinth of life. As I settled into a cozy corner of the shop, the words on the pages began to speak to me, as if the author Scott Peck was reaching out from the past to share his wisdom with me personally. The book started by affirming that life's journey is not a smooth, well-paved highway, but rather a rugged and uncertain path. With each word, I felt a stirring within me, a realization that I had been merely existing, going through the motions of life without truly living. It was time to venture beyond the comfortable and familiar, to embrace the challenges that lay ahead. Peck's words urged me to embrace discipline, for it was the bridge that connected my dreams to their realization. I learned that the power to shape my destiny rested in my hands, and it was through discipline that I could mold my aspirations into reality. But discipline was not enough. Love, the book revealed, was the very essence of our existence. Love required an act of will, a conscious choice to be compassionate, caring, and kind. It was through love that we truly connected with others and found purpose in our lives. Responsibility emerged as a formidable ally in this journey. It was a force that empowered me to face my fears, own my mistakes, and take charge of my life. No longer could I blame others for my shortcomings. It was time to take ownership of my choices and chart a new course. As I read further, spirituality opened its doors to me. I had never been overtly religious, but the book taught me that spirituality was not confined to the walls of a temple or church. It was a profound connection with the universe, a journey inward to discover the depths of my soul. One of the most profound lessons I learned was the miracle of transcendence through grace and forgiveness. I was holding on to the weight of past grievances, but grace taught me to release that burden. Forgiveness was not just an act of compassion towards others, but also towards myself, a gift of liberation. The book taught me the importance of mental health and growth. I realized that nourishing my mind was as vital as caring for my body. Through mindfulness and seeking help when needed, I discovered clarity amidst the chaos, and a newfound sense of serenity. As I reached the final chapters, the essence of the journey came together, the ultimate spiritual growth through love. Love was the cornerstone of transformation. It was the key to unlocking the full potential of my being. With the last pages turned, I found myself at a crossroads. The book had been my guide, illuminating the path ahead. I stood there, filled with both trepidation and exhilaration. The road less traveled lay before me, and I made a choice, the choice to step into the unknown, to embrace change, and to embark on a life truly lived. Dear friend, as I share this story with you, I hope you can feel the profound impact this book had on my life. It was as if I had stepped into its pages and lived each lesson, each revelation, firsthand. My wish for you is that you too find the courage to pick up your own road less traveled and let it lead you to a life of purpose, growth, and boundless love. The journey may be daunting, but the rewards are immeasurable. Take that first step, and let the road less traveled become your transformative passage to a life well lived. Chapter 2: Discipline, the bridge between goals and accomplishments. As I turned the page to Chapter 2, Discipline, the bridge between goals and accomplishments, I felt a surge of determination coursing through me. It was as if the book sensed my yearning for purpose and was about to impart a crucial lesson. Peck's words illuminated the importance of discipline in shaping the trajectory of our lives. I realized that without discipline, my dreams would remain mere fantasies, never to be realized. This chapter was a wake-up call, urging me to take charge of my actions and align them with my aspirations. Discipline, I understood, was not about strict rules and self-punishment. It was a loving commitment to myself, a promise to honor the potential within me. With discipline as my guide, I could walk the path towards my goals, step by step, with unwavering determination. But discipline was not just about external achievements, it also held the key to inner transformation. It required me to look within, to examine my habits, thoughts, and emotions. Through introspection, I identified patterns that hindered my growth and committed to breaking free from them. This newfound discipline seeped into every aspect of my life. I embraced a structured routine that allowed me to allocate time for my goals, personal growth, and self-care. It was a delicate balance, but one that brought a sense of order and fulfillment to my days. However, as with any journey, discipline came with its fair share of challenges. There were moments when my resolve wavered, when distractions and temptations lured me away from my path. But I reminded myself that discipline was not about perfection, it was about resilience. Every stumble became an opportunity to learn, grow, and recommit to the journey. With discipline as my constant companion, I set out to pursue my dreams with renewed vigor. I realized that the road less traveled was not a smooth, effortless ride, it was a path of perseverance, grit, and relentless pursuit of excellence. As I applied discipline to various aspects of my life, I witnessed remarkable changes. My goals were no longer distant mirages, but tangible realities within reach. Each step I took, no matter how small, brought me closer to my aspirations. But discipline was more than just a means to an end, it became a source of empowerment. It instilled in me a sense of self-mastery, reminding me that I had the power to shape my destiny. Through discipline, I shed the shackles of procrastination and self-doubt, emerging as a stronger, more determined individual. I discovered that discipline was not a solitary pursuit. It was a collective force, amplified by the support and encouragement of those around me. I surrounded myself with like-minded individuals, forming a network of positivity and growth. Together, we lifted each other up, holding ourselves accountable to our dreams. As I look back on my journey, I am filled with gratitude for the wisdom of this book. Discipline, the bridge between goals and accomplishments, became the anchor that kept me grounded amidst the storms of life. It was the guiding light that led me through the darkest of times, reminding me of the path I had chosen. My friend, as you traverse your own road less traveled, I implore you to embrace discipline as your ally. Let it be the driving force behind your ambitions, the unwavering compass that steers you towards your dreams. And remember, discipline is not a rigid master, it is a loving companion that empowers you to rise above challenges and reach heights you once deemed impossible. May you walk this path with grace, determination, and unwavering commitment. Let discipline be the transformative force that shapes your destiny and leads you to the fulfillment of your most cherished aspirations. Chapter 3: Love is not a feeling, it is an act of will. In the journey through the road less traveled, Chapter 3, Love is not a feeling, it is an act of will, illuminated the profound truth that forever altered my understanding of love. I had always believed that love was something that happened to us, a magical force beyond our control. But within the pages of this chapter, I discovered a radical perspective. Love was not merely an emotion but an intentional choice, an act of will. Peck's words resonated deeply within me as I reflected on my past relationships and connections. I had often been swayed by fleeting emotions, mistaking infatuation for love and mistaking love for something that should always feel blissful and effortless. This chapter challenged me to re-evaluate my perceptions of love and embrace a more profound understanding. I learned that true love required effort, commitment, and sacrifice. It meant showing up for others, not just during the exciting times, but also during the difficult moments when love was most needed. Love, I realized, was not just about receiving but giving of our time, attention, and compassion. It was about being present for someone, even when it was inconvenient or uncomfortable. Love was not a passive state but an active choice to care for another's well-being. As I delved deeper into this revelation, I started to apply it to all my relationships, with friends, family, and even strangers. I approached interactions with kindness and empathy, seeking to understand others' perspectives and needs. I discovered that love was not limited to romantic relationships, it transcended all boundaries. It was the fabric that wove us together as human beings, connecting us in a tapestry of shared experiences and emotions. Love was also about setting healthy boundaries and recognizing that sometimes, the most loving act was to let go. I learned that clinging to toxic relationships was not an act of love but a disservice to both myself and the other person involved. It took courage to walk away from what was harmful and make space for healthier connections. This newfound understanding of love extended to the most crucial relationship of all, the one with myself. I realized that self-love was the foundation upon which all other forms of love were built. I began to treat myself with kindness and compassion, nurturing my own well-being and acknowledging my inherent worth. In time, this act of will transformed my interactions and experiences. Love flowed effortlessly, like a gentle stream, enriching my life in ways I had never imagined. I found joy in giving without expecting anything in return, and in doing so, I became a source of positivity and inspiration to those around me. But love also demanded vulnerability, for it required opening my heart to both the joys and pains that life brought. It was a risk worth taking, for through vulnerability, I discovered the depth of human connection and the shared experience of being alive. Dear friend, as I share this chapter with you, I hope you, too, come to understand that love is not a passive state but an act of will. It is a choice we make daily, in every interaction and relationship. Embrace this profound truth, and let love be the guiding force in your life. May you have the courage to love deeply, to give of yourself without reservation, and to nurture the most important relationship of all, the one with yourself. Through this act of will, you will embark on a journey of transformative love, one that will not only enrich your life but also inspire those around you to walk their own road less traveled. Chapter 4: The Power of Responsibility. As I immersed myself in Chapter 4, The Power of Responsibility, the weight of its message settled upon my heart. Responsibility was not merely a burden or a chore, it was a potent force that held the key to transforming my life. Peck's words reminded me that taking responsibility meant acknowledging that I was the captain of my ship, the master of my fate. It was about recognizing that my choices and actions had real consequences, not just for myself but also for those around me. In the past, I had often fallen into the trap of blaming others for my misfortunes. I saw myself as a victim of circumstances, never realizing the immense power I held to change my course. But this chapter revealed a different perspective, that victimhood was a self-imposed prison, and responsibility was the key to freedom. I looked back on pivotal moments in my life, moments when I had faced hardships or setbacks. With newfound clarity, I understood that those events were not merely random occurrences but the result of my choices and responses. I had the power to shape my experiences through my attitude and actions. The journey of responsibility began with the willingness to confront my fears and insecurities. It meant looking inward and acknowledging my flaws, weaknesses, and past mistakes. Instead of shying away from them, I embraced them as opportunities for growth. Through this self-examination, I discovered that responsibility was not about seeking perfection. It was about progress, about learning from my missteps and vowing to do better. I forgave myself for past errors, recognizing that they were stepping stones leading me toward wisdom. Taking responsibility also meant seeking to understand the impact of my actions on others. I became more attuned to the needs and feelings of those around me, realizing that my choices could affect their lives in profound ways. Empathy became a guiding principle in my interactions. With this newfound sense of responsibility, I began to make conscious choices aligned with my values and aspirations. I became more decisive, less swayed by external pressures or fleeting emotions. I knew that every decision I made was a step towards shaping the life I desired. Moreover, I found that responsibility brought with it a sense of empowerment. Instead of feeling trapped by circumstances, I felt liberated, knowing that I had the power to influence my destiny. This sense of agency fueled my motivation to pursue my dreams relentlessly. In embracing responsibility, I discovered the beauty of accountability. I held myself accountable for the promises I made, the commitments I took on, and the words I spoke. It strengthened my integrity and deepened the trust others had in me. As I walked the road less traveled with responsibility as my guide, I saw the world through a new lens. I recognized that every individual carried their own responsibilities, and by respecting each other's journeys, we could forge a collective path of growth and compassion. Dear friend, as I share this chapter with you, I hope you, too, embrace the power of responsibility. It is a force that empowers you to shape your life, to learn from challenges, and to take ownership of your journey. Embrace your flaws and use them as stepping stones toward growth. May you recognize the profound impact of your choices on your life and the lives of others. By taking responsibility, you will break free from the chains of victimhood and walk with strength, purpose, and resilience. Embrace the power of responsibility, and let it lead you to a life of self-discovery, authenticity, and transformation. Chapter 5, Growth and Religion. In the pages of Chapter 5, Growth and Religion, I embarked on a journey of self-discovery, exploring the profound connection between spirituality and personal growth. Before delving into this chapter, I had a vague notion of spirituality and religion. I associated it mainly with the rituals and practices of various faiths. However, within these pages, I found a more profound understanding, one that transcended religious boundaries and touched the essence of human existence. Peck's words illuminated the idea that religion, at its core, was a pathway to spiritual growth. It wasn't about adhering to dogmas or blind beliefs, but rather a search for meaning, purpose, and a connection to something greater than ourselves. As I contemplated this perspective, I realized that I had been yearning for a sense of purpose beyond the material aspects of life. I craved a deeper understanding of the mysteries of existence and sought solace in knowing that there was more to life than met the eye. This chapter encouraged me to explore various spiritual traditions, recognizing that each offered unique insights and wisdom. I attended gatherings, meditated, and immersed myself in the teachings of different faiths. Through this exploration, I discovered that the essence of spirituality lay in the shared values of compassion, love, and selfless service. Spirituality became a wellspring of inner strength during challenging times. When life threw unexpected hurdles my way, I found solace in a higher power, surrendering my worries and seeking guidance. This connection filled me with a profound sense of peace and trust in the greater cosmic plan. Moreover, I discovered that growth and spirituality were intertwined. As I nurtured my spiritual side, I experienced personal growth on a profound level. I became more patient, compassionate, and understanding. My perspective broadened, and I saw the world through a lens of interconnectedness. One of the most beautiful aspects of this chapter was recognizing that spirituality was not confined to a specific place or time. It was a journey that unfolded within my heart and soul. It was a constant exploration, a dance between the human and the divine. This realization opened my eyes to the beauty of diversity. I embraced the unique paths others walked, recognizing that we were all seeking a common destination, a sense of purpose and belonging in the grand tapestry of existence. Spirituality, I learned, was not an escape from the challenges of life, but a source of strength and resilience to face them. It was a guiding light that led me through the darkest of times, reminding me that even in adversity, there was meaning and growth. As I continued on my road less traveled, spirituality became an integral part of my daily life. It was a silent companion that accompanied me in moments of solitude and celebration. It enriched my experiences, allowing me to savor the beauty of each moment with a heart full of gratitude. Dear friend, as I share this chapter with you, I hope you, too, embark on your own exploration of spirituality and personal growth. Embrace the wisdom of various traditions, and let them guide you to a deeper understanding of life's mysteries. May you find solace and strength in your spiritual journey, knowing that it is a pathway to growth and inner peace. Embrace the interconnectedness of all beings and see the world through the lens of love and compassion. May spirituality be a transformative force that infuses your life with purpose, meaning, and a profound sense of belonging. Chapter 6, Grace, the Miracle of Transcendence. As I turned to Chapter 6, Grace, the Miracle of Transcendence, I felt a sense of reverence, knowing that I was about to encounter a profound aspect of the human experience, the transformative power of grace. Grace, I learned, was not merely an abstract concept, it was a force of transcendence that allowed me to rise above my limitations and embrace the beauty of forgiveness and letting go. It was a gift bestowed upon me, and the most extraordinary part was that I could also offer this gift to others. In this chapter, Peck's words revealed that grace was not a transactional exchange, but a selfless act that liberated both the giver and the receiver. I realized that holding on to grudges and resentments only weighed me down, hindering my growth and preventing me from experiencing true peace. Forgiveness, the heart of grace, was a courageous choice to release the past and open myself to healing. It was not about condoning harmful actions, but about freeing myself from the burden of anger and bitterness. Through forgiveness, I discovered a newfound sense of lightness and inner freedom. I looked back at the moments when I had clung to old wounds, carrying them like heavy baggage. But grace taught me to lay down that burden and embrace a path of liberation. As I forgave others, I also forgave myself, recognizing that I, too, was deserving of compassion and understanding. Through grace, I learned the art of empathy and compassion. I realized that everyone carried their own struggles and pain, and by extending grace, I could become a source of healing and support to others. Moreover, I discovered that grace was not a fleeting occurrence, but a continuous practice. It required vigilance and humility to approach life with an open heart, ready to forgive and extend kindness, even in the face of adversity. The chapter also shed light on the power of grace in our relationships. I saw how grace could mend broken bonds and restore harmony. It opened doors to reconciliation, fostering a sense of unity and understanding among individuals. But perhaps the most remarkable aspect of grace was its ability to transform even the darkest situations. It was a beacon of hope that could pierce through the gloom, illuminating the path towards healing and growth. As I embraced the miracle of transcendence through grace, I found a renewed sense of purpose. I became a vessel of love and understanding, seeking to touch the lives of others with this transformative gift. I witnessed the ripple effect of grace as it touched the hearts of those I encountered, inspiring them to embrace forgiveness and compassion in their own lives. Dear friend, as I share this chapter with you, I hope you, too, open your heart to the miracle of grace. Embrace forgiveness and let go of the weights that hold you back from experiencing true peace and freedom. May you find the courage to extend grace to others, knowing that it is a gift that transforms not only their lives but also your own. Let grace be the guiding light that leads you to a path of healing, unity, and transcendence. May you become a beacon of grace, illuminating the world with the miracle of forgiveness and love. Chapter 7: The Importance of Growth and Mental Health. As I entered Chapter 7, The Importance of Growth and Mental Health, I was reminded of the delicate balance between nurturing my mind and fostering personal growth. This chapter delved into the significance of mental well-being in our journey towards a meaningful and fulfilling life. Peck's words were a gentle reminder that mental health was not something to be ignored or brushed aside. It was an integral aspect of our overall well-being, just as vital as our physical health. I realized that neglecting my mental health had hindered my growth in the past, and it was time to prioritize it. This chapter encouraged me to become more mindful of my thoughts and emotions, to listen to the whispers of my mind and attend to its needs. I learned that seeking professional help when necessary was not a sign of weakness but a courageous act of self-care. Through mindfulness practices, I began to observe my thoughts and feelings without judgment. I acknowledged that it was okay to have moments of vulnerability and discomfort. It was through these moments that I could identify areas in need of healing and growth. Mental health and growth were intertwined, I discovered. By tending to my mental well-being, I could uncover limiting beliefs and fears that had held me back from reaching my full potential. It was a transformative process that led me towards self-awareness and self-compassion. In the pursuit of growth, I learned to let go of the past, releasing myself from the chains of regret and self-criticism. I forgave myself for past mistakes and recognized that each step, no matter how small, contributed to my evolution. Through the practice of mindfulness and self-awareness, I also became more attuned to the needs of others. I recognized that mental health was a collective responsibility, and offering a listening ear or a comforting presence could be a powerful source of support. This chapter also highlighted the importance of seeking professional help when facing mental health challenges beyond my own expertise. Just as I would consult a doctor for physical ailments, I learned to approach mental health professionals for guidance and healing. I realized that mental health was not a destination but an ongoing journey of growth and self-discovery. I cultivated resilience, learning to bounce back from setbacks and find strength in adversity. Each obstacle became an opportunity for growth, a chance to rise stronger and wiser. As I walked the road less traveled with a renewed focus on mental health, I found that the colors of life became more vibrant. My mind became a sanctuary of clarity and peace, and I embraced a greater sense of contentment. Dear friend, as I share this chapter with you, I hope you, too, recognize the importance of growth and mental health in your own journey. Take the time to nurture your mind, to be compassionate towards yourself, and to seek support when needed. May you embark on a path of self-awareness and self-compassion, knowing that your mental well-being is a priority and a foundation for personal growth. Embrace the transformative power of mental health, and let it guide you towards a life of purpose, resilience, and inner peace. Chapter 8: Love, the Ultimate Spiritual Growth. In the profound pages of Chapter 8, Love, the Ultimate Spiritual Growth, I encountered the very essence of life's journey, love in all its transcendent glory. Love, I discovered, was not just an emotion or a fleeting moment of happiness. It was the very fabric that wove together the tapestry of existence, the essence of our being. Love was the ultimate spiritual growth, the divine force that connected us to something greater than ourselves. Peck's words guided me towards a deeper understanding of love, beyond romantic notions and fleeting infatuations. Love was a boundless force, encompassing compassion, empathy, kindness, and selflessness. Through love, I learned to see the divine spark in every soul, recognizing the inherent worth of every being. It was in the act of loving others that I discovered a sense of purpose, to be a source of light, hope, and comfort in their lives. I realized that love was not confined to grand gestures or monumental acts. It was present in the simplest of moments, a smile, a listening ear, or a gentle touch. Love had the power to heal wounds, mend broken hearts, and uplift weary spirits. As I cultivated love in my heart, I found that it was not a finite resource. Love grew and multiplied, spreading like wildfire, touching the lives of everyone it encountered. It was the ultimate ripple effect of positivity and transformation. Love, I learned, was also about loving myself, accepting my flaws, embracing my uniqueness, and showing myself the same compassion I extended to others. It was the foundation upon which I built my relationships with the world. Through love, I experienced a sense of oneness with the universe. I recognized that we were all interconnected, each soul a part of a larger, cosmic dance. Love bridged the gaps of differences and allowed us to celebrate our shared humanity. In the crucible of love, I also found forgiveness. I forgave those who had hurt me, recognizing that holding on to grudges only weighed me down. And in turn, I was forgiven for my own imperfections, for love held no judgment, only acceptance. Love was the force that inspired me to extend a helping hand to those in need, to lend my strength to lift others up. It was in these acts of service that I experienced the true joy of giving, selflessly contributing to the well-being of others. Dear friend, as I share this chapter with you, I hope you, too, embrace love as the ultimate spiritual growth. Let love be the guiding principle in your life, the compass that directs your actions and choices. May you see love in every interaction, recognizing that each moment is an opportunity to nurture the connection between souls. Let love be the source of your resilience and the balm that soothes the wounds of life. Embrace the power of love, and let it transform you from within. Let love be the beacon that guides you on your road less traveled, illuminating the path towards a life of meaning, fulfillment, and boundless spiritual growth. Chapter 9, The Courage to Change. As I approached the final chapter, The Courage to Change, I could feel the weight of its significance. This chapter held the key to unlocking the final door of transformation on my journey along the road less traveled. Peck's words spoke of the courage required to break free from old patterns, to step into the unknown, and to embrace change with an open heart. Change was inevitable, but the direction it took was ultimately up to me. I had grown accustomed to the comfort of familiarity, but this chapter challenged me to question whether staying in my comfort zone was hindering my growth. It was time to shed the safety blanket of the familiar and step into the vast expanse of possibilities. The journey of change began with a profound introspection. I reflected on the areas of my life that were calling for transformation, my relationships, career, habits, and beliefs. I acknowledged that change was not always easy, but it was necessary for growth. With courage as my ally, I confronted the fears that had held me back from change. The fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown tried to bind me, but I summoned the strength to break free from their grasp. I realized that staying stagnant was a far greater risk than embracing change. Through this chapter, I learned that change was not a one-time event but a constant evolution. It was an ongoing process of self-discovery and adaptation. I was not the same person who had embarked on this journey, and that was a testament to the transformative power of change. Courage empowered me to let go of what no longer served me, toxic relationships, limiting beliefs, and self-imposed limitations. I released myself from the burden of my past, allowing space for new opportunities and experiences to enter my life. I embraced change as an adventure, a thrilling exploration of the undiscovered aspects of myself. Each step into the unknown brought both challenges and rewards. I celebrated the victories and learned from the setbacks, understanding that growth was a journey of peaks and valleys. Change also brought with it a sense of renewal. Just as nature shed its old leaves to welcome new blooms, I, too, shed old versions of myself to embrace a fresh perspective. I opened myself to new ideas, experiences, and people, knowing that they would enrich my life in unforeseen ways. This chapter taught me that the courage to change was not something I needed to muster alone. I sought support from friends, mentors, and loved ones who believed in my potential and encouraged me to keep moving forward. As I walked the road less traveled, I found that change was not about becoming someone else entirely, it was about becoming the best version of myself. It was about stripping away the layers of conditioning and rediscovering the authentic essence of who I truly was. Dear friend, as I share this chapter with you, I hope you, too, find the courage to embrace change on your journey. The road less traveled is full of twists and turns, but it is also the path that leads to the most extraordinary transformations. May you have the courage to face the fears that hold you back and to step into the unknown with an open heart. Embrace change as an ally, not a foe, and let it propel you towards growth, self-discovery, and a life that radiates with authenticity and purpose. The road less traveled is not without its challenges, but with the courage to change, you will find the strength to navigate every obstacle and to emerge on the other side, transformed and ready to embrace the limitless possibilities that lie ahead. Epilogue: Embracing the Journey. In the epilogue, Embracing the Journey, I find myself at the end of the road less traveled, but also at the beginning of a new chapter in my life. This transformative journey has been a tapestry of growth, wisdom, and self-discovery, woven together by the profound lessons learned from the road less traveled. As I look back on the chapters that shaped my transformation, I am filled with a deep sense of gratitude. Each chapter held its own unique insights, guiding me towards a life of purpose, love, and spiritual awakening. I realize now that this journey was not just about reaching a destination but about savoring every step along the way. The road less traveled was not a linear path, it was a meandering trail that led me through breathtaking landscapes and unexpected encounters. In the footsteps of the protagonist, Francis, I too have become the storyteller of this extraordinary journey. I have lived each chapter, each lesson, feeling the profound impact of the road less traveled as if it were written for me. The road less traveled taught me that life is not meant to be a passive existence, but an active engagement with every moment. It is about embracing challenges, embracing change, and embracing love as the ultimate spiritual growth. I have learned that discipline is the bridge between my aspirations and accomplishments, while responsibility empowers me to take ownership of my life and choices. Mental health is not to be neglected but nurtured, as it paves the way for personal growth and resilience. With grace and forgiveness, I have experienced the miracle of transcendence, freeing myself from the shackles of the past and embracing a life of liberation and compassion. Through the power of love, I have discovered the profound interconnectedness of all souls, recognizing that we are bound together by a thread of love that transcends time and space. Lastly, in the courage to change, I have found the bravery to let go of the old and embrace the new, knowing that growth lies in the willingness to explore uncharted territories. As I stand at the end of this journey, I am reminded that life is an ever-evolving tapestry, and this transformative experience has prepared me for the adventures that lie ahead. The wisdom gained from the road less traveled will forever be etched in my heart as a guiding light. Dear friend, as I conclude this story, I invite you to embark on your own road less traveled. Let the wisdom of this book be your compass, guiding you towards a life of meaning, purpose, and boundless love. May you embrace the journey with open arms, knowing that every step you take, every choice you make, and every lesson you learn will shape the person you are becoming. The road may be challenging at times, but it is also the path to transformation and self-discovery. May you find the courage to walk this path, the resilience to overcome obstacles, and the wisdom to embrace change with an open heart. Embrace the journey, my dear friend, and let it lead you to a life well lived, a life filled with growth, love, and the profound beauty of the road less traveled.